All right, so today we're going to draw like Clementine Hunter, and we are going to do these zinnias. And we're going to just use a black crayon for right now. If you have a black Sharpie, you can use a black Sharpie. I kind of like the crayon just because it kind of, if you're using watercolors or you're using paint, it kind of stops it. But if you're using crayons, you can use whatever you would like. So we're going to start with our pot. And we're going to start down here on the bottom part of our paper. And so we're going to just kind of start with a kind of a rectangle down here. And I really want to kind of know if you want to fold your paper in half, you can fold your paper in half just so you know where the halfway point is. But you don't have to. If you can kind of see it visually, that's fine too. But if you need to fold it in half, you can see where that halfway point is. And then below that halfway point, you want to draw a rectangle. You don't want to draw it tiny. You want to fill kind of that space. So I'm going to do a kind of a large rectangle. I'm not going all the way up to the middle, but I'm kind of drawing my rectangle shape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a table line. So this is going to be my vase that the zinnias are going to be in. And then it's sitting on a table. So I'm going to set a little line back here, and then I'm going to come across and draw a line back here as well. So this is the table. This is where the table stops, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a little round template. So if I have a cup, I'm gonna use a cup. So I just have a little cup here that's rounded. So you can use that. If you have something, if you want different sizes, you can get different size cups. Here's like a tape measure, I could use that, or I can even use this, just different sizes I can do. So I might start with this smaller one, and I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna trace around it. This might actually be the best size to use. And if you're using a bigger piece of paper, you probably wanna use bigger size circles. But I'm just gonna do a couple of circles above that halfway point. So here's my halfway point, where that fold is. And I'm just gonna do some zinnia centers. Those are gonna be where my center of the zinnia is. All right, so now that we have this, we're gonna draw an echo line, or a line that kind of, it's really concentric lines or concentric shapes, where you have one circle and you're going to make another circle and you got another one and another one. It kind of looks like an echo, like you would have on a comic strip. So what I can do here is I can just come around and I can make another one. I'm just going to go right around it, and you can make it a little wavy if you want to. It's totally up to you. If you want to make it look more like a flower and have bigger waves, you can. You can have one that's not as wavy and one that is wavier. It's up to you, okay? And then this one, you see how this one I have my zinnia here? And this one, if I start drawing my lines, so if I start drawing my lines, I'm gonna run into this one. I don't wanna go through it. I just wanna go to where I see the black and stop. So I'm gonna come over here and finish. Oh, I see a black line, I'm gonna stop. Same over here for the next line. I'm gonna start up here, I'm gonna go a little wavier, but when I come to the black, I stop. When I come to the black, I stop. Okay, so that means that this flower is in front of this flower. This is behind it, okay? That's how we show space. And so this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna draw some echo lines. I'm gonna make this one in front. Maybe I even want one more. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it there. Do some echo lines here, and I'm gonna stop right there. Now this time, when I start drawing from here, I may have another line over here that I have to worry about. So I see another flower here, I'm gonna go around it, I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna come over here. So now I have my zinnias. I might put a little edge to my pot where I put diagonal lines and a line at the bottom. And from here I can also add my stems and my leaves. So I'm going to add some stems coming down. And I'll have that stem coming down there. You may have some leaves, just some stems and some leaves over here. So I'm just going to put a few leaves in, just some of those empty spaces. Okay. And so if you have paint brushes or paint, you are welcome to use paint. Some colors you will need. You'll need one color for the table, a different color for your pot, and you can use the same colors for your zinnias, or you can mix them up into different colors. And then you'll need one color for your background. And so once you have yours on, you can use crayons, you can use markers, you can use chalk, you can use what you have, whatever you have. So I'm going to start painting my zinnias. And you can just use whatever color you would like. You can even use more than one color in the zinnia. So maybe I start with this magenta, and then maybe I switch to a pink. Or you can paint them all one color. And you can look at clementines to see what you would like to do. Maybe I want to switch colors, switch greens, mix it up a little bit. Okay. And then I have this pot. I can keep it one color if I want to, or I can create more color by adding stripes. Okay, so next I'm going to color the table. I'm going to do green, I think. I may want to come back and add just some little cloud-like ruffles in between. Just with my black. You can do this if you want to. If you don't, you don't have to. It just kind of gives a petal or petals like zinnias. Okay. So with that, I'm going to sign my name. And she had a cool way of signing her name. She just used her initials because really she could not read or write. So she signed her name with a C, like a C and an H going through it. So you can kind of figure out a cool way to sign your name with your initials, but don't forget to sign it on the back too. So I might do a K with an R right there with just my initials, okay? And then I'll turn it over and I'll sign it on the back as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed these zinnias and I can't wait to see them. So don't forget to bring them to me.